Hi everybody, it's Stacy. So this is going to be my everyday makeup tutorial. I don't know how well this is going to go. I'm still trying to figure out placement and stuff for the camera to show you the best angle. But let's get started. So the first thing I do is I put on this Garnier Skin Renewal Anti-Circle. I put that under my eyes. Let that sit for a minute. And then I rub it in with my ring finger. If I don't seem peppy, it's because I'm feeling a little bit nauseous this morning. So next thing I do is I apply the Mineral Power by Maybelline concealer, and I just put a dab it all over my chin and these pimples under my nose. Now that I'm pregnant, I've got a lot more pimples to cover than I ever had before. It's the only thing that sucks about when I get pregnant, because then I get really bad acne. In here. That looks pretty good. I'm going to grab a concealer brush. And this is a concealer brush by Everyday Minerals. I don't worry too much about every little dab being covered. I just pretty much want to get rid of the redness, because my skin is angry red right now. Okay, so the next thing I do is I use my MAC Oil Control Lotion, and I just take a little dab, like that size, and that goes on the middle of my forehead. Actually, probably should have put this on first, but that's alright. The pimples are subsiding on my my forehead. And pretty much my forehead is like the oiliest spot on me, so put that back. And then I'm going to start with my Pure Minerals, and this is in Light. I don't know if that's going to focus or not, but... And then I grab my Round Top Kabuki brush by Sigma. This is an F82. Jeez, it's not opening today. You just dab it in, and I just sweep this all over my face. This is my foundation routine for summer, because I don't like anything heavy on my face. I just can't stand it right now. If you see me looking this way, it's because I have a mirror on my vanity here. Alright, that's done. The next thing I do is use my Elizabeth Arden angled kabuki brush and my bronzer in NYC Sunny. Excuse me. I just sweep this all over just to give me a little bit of color, because I can't be in the sun right now. Well, I'm pregnant. I can't try to avoid the sun as much as I can. The next step is my blush, and I'm going to be using the Tarte Amused. I don't know if that's going to focus or not, but. And I use my flat top synthetic kabuki brush by Sigma F80. And I just tap it in there and just smile and just dot it back here. Kind of use it to kind of contour my face, because I don't do contouring. Whoa, I just knocked the camera over, sorry. Next thing I do is grab my Urban Decay Primer in Eden. And let me turn the camera a little more. No. There. That's a little bit better. I don't know. Just bear with me, guys. It'll take me a little bit to get a really good setup, because I don't really do tutorials because I really can't get my setup right. So then I just rub that in with my pointer finger. Next thing I do, I'm going to go into the Terrarina Tarantino. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. And I'm going to use this color right here, this beigey pink whitish color. Yeah, I know that didn't sound very good for describing, but anyway, that's the color I'm going to use. Flat shader brush. And I'm going to use my Sonia Kashuk flat shader brush. I'm just going to put this on the bottom lid here. I'm going to try to pack on the color a little bit. This has really good pigmentation, but it takes a couple layers to get it the way I like it. Not that it really goes on that sheer, it just, I like mine to be really bright on my eyes to make them look bigger, I guess. Brighter, I don't know. Anyway, so I just did that, and I'll be right back because I forgot my other palette. Left my other stuff sitting over there that I use every day, so I'm gonna go grab that. Next thing I do is kind of probably weird, but I take my towel and I just kind of dab off the excess eyeshadow that overran on the sides. Next thing I do is grab my Real Techniques eye shader brush, and I go into the Naked palette. And I'm going to use Naked and then Toasted in the outer corner. So I just grab a little bit of Toasted or Naked and put that in my crease. And I pretty much just kind of build it and then blend it. Just keep applying until I feel that I have what I want there. So I apply and blend. And I don't really worry about it being perfect, just, you know, just so it looks fairly even on both sides. Whoops. And then I take Brulee by Wet n Wild, that's my highlight. And I use this Essence of Beauty brush. It's dual-ended. It's called the Smoky Wide brush, and I love this for highlight. Just dip it in there and go ahead and apply my highlight. And I sweep it down in the inner corner and bring it up. I don't really have a total system. I do the same thing every time. I just, whatever works for me that day. And I go back into Naked, blend that out, make sure it's even on both sides. Which it may not look on camera that it's even on both sides, but in my mirror it looks even. Then I go in, I clean that brush off, and go into Toasted, and put that in my outer V. Just to give it a little contrast. I know I'm not make a lot of funny faces too when I do this, but that's how I do it. And I wipe my brush off. I go back in with the towel, make sure I clean up the edges. You know, you're supposed to be a little bit nicer to your eyes, but I don't really care. The other step I do for the eyes is I go back in, what do I do with my brush? Go back into that Tarina Tarantino and put another layer of eyeshadow back on in case I blended away some of this when I was putting Naked on or Toasted. It looks pretty good. Keep getting stray hairs all over me here. And I go back in with my towel and wipe the sides off my eyes off again. Then the next thing is I do my Essence Lash and Brow Gel on my eyebrows, which they really need to be done. I need to go have them groomed. They're looking really ratty. They're getting a little bit thick and bushy. It's time to go get them groomed. Then I use my Revlon eyelash curler to curl my lashes. And just excuse my son, he's playing outside the door. Go over it a couple times just to make sure they're really nice and curled, and then I kind of separate them with my finger. Next thing I do is go in with my gel liner by Maybelline. It's just the black liner. And I use this e.l.f. Precision brush to apply it with. So just dip it in the gel liner, and I pull this out a little bit so it's easier for me to apply a straight line. And so I just do that. That side came out not even compared to the other, so I just keep going over on them. over and over on them to make sure that they're even. One side always comes out better than the other. I don't know why that is, but it just does. It looks like I need a little more in the center over here. Then I usually wipe the brush off on my towel. And then the next thing I do is go back into my eyelid color again and just lightly go over it to kind of blend any excess eyeliner that looks funny. Excuse me, I gotta bend down, I dropped something. Okay. And then after that, my nose is so itchy today. I go into my mascara, and normally I've been wearing waterproof, but it's a little bit chillier these days, so I can go back to regular. And I'm going to use my Telescopic by L'Oreal in Carbon Black. And I just wiggle and pull up. Wiggle and pull up, and then I go over to the ends here and make sure they're coated. And I always tip my head back because you get more to the roots if you tip your head back. And I just wiggle and pull up. Wiggle and pull up. And I take the tip of the lens, go over here to the edges. And sometimes I do it to the ones over here in the inner corner too to make sure that they're nice and covered. This is the best mascara I've found because I think it makes my eyelashes look really long. And I like long eyelashes versus volumed lashes. Okay, so that's done. The next thing I do is I go into this Prestige eyeliner pencil, and it's waterproof, and it's just black, number 1 black. And I line my tight line. And that gets rid of any like spots that you might have where it looks like you don't have any liner. Then I go under my eyes with a cloth to make sure I don't have any fallout from the eyeshadow. Excuse me. And then the next thing I do is apply my Revlon concealer that I forgot. Hang on. I thought I had it over there, and I don't know where the heck I put it now. Oh, it's right here. So I use this Revlon Photo Ready concealer, and I just put that inner corner, and then I just dab it a little bit underneath on the dark circles, and then over in the corner. You should always apply your concealer over in the corner of your eyes too, because there's dark spots there that you can't see. It casts shadows. And I just take my ring finger, blend it all in. And then the last step is my Bare Minerals in Well Rested. And I just take this, tap a little into the cap,